Rivers, as you know, are flowing water bodies, and they flow from a higher reaches to a lower region. And during this flow, they do a lot of ecological and biological and cultural function. They are like the blood vessels of human body or other animal systems. During this flow, they transport a lot of nutrients and other materials from one part of the landscape to another landscape. In this process, they nurture the landscape by supplying nutrients and also providing several ecological functions and ecosystem services. For example, during the flow, the nutrients from one part of the landscape is transported to the delta regions and other neighboring banks, which support agriculture and other economic activity. This flow of water is also important for several species of organisms to continue their life and other activities. If you look at the river, any river, whether it is a Kaveri, Krishna, Godavari or other rivers that is important in the southern India, they all originate in the Western Ghats, and they depend on the monsoon rains for their water requirements. So the origin of most of the peninsular Indian rivers is very ancient. They are much older than the origin of the Ganga, Brahmaputra or other Himalayan rivers. And because of this ancientness or their remote origin, the several species of plants, animals and other organisms found in these rivers and systems are very ancient. The most important aspect of a river is that it has three basic zones. One is that headwater region where the water flow is a very high velocity. Then you have the mid reaches where the water flow is a high velocity and it is having a much larger amount of volume of water is being transported, and the floodplains, that is the delta region where the water flow is very slow and where the deposition of silt and other aspects happen. And if you look at the river Kaveri, for example, it originates in the Kurk Talakaveri region of Karnataka, and it flows through Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and also it receives drainages from Kerala and Pondicherry, and it has different zones, ecological zones, because of changes in the geology, climate regime. For example, the Kaveri, the eastern part of the Kaveri receives much of its rain in northeast monsoon, but the western part of the Kaveri receives much of its water requirements from the southwest monsoon. And there are the southern Western Ghats, from where the Kaveri originates, has several important ecological aspects. And the major forest types found in these rivers, the headwaters are the Shola grasslands forest, you have evergreen forest, deciduous forest, dry deciduous forest, and all these forests support high diversity of plants, birds and other organisms.